Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Max Guy goes back here with another sports rant. And Final Four is set. Four teams are going to San Antonio. And you got Houston versus Duke, and you got Auburn versus Florida. And I feel like Charles Barkley's head is going to explode if Auburn basketball wins the Final Four in San Antonio, his alma mater, winning a national championship in his least favorite city in the entire world. I think his entire emotional status would just like his emotional bubble would just explode. He might just explode. So we got to watch out for exploding Charles Barkley's. But we got to. It's a fun slate. Yes, it's all one seeds. Who cares? It's college basketball. There are storylines. We got Cooper Flag potentially going to win the national championship before he heads off to the Washington Wizards, where his potential NBA career will whittle away. So he's got to get this one at least. But yeah, you know what? I'm excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. I have really no idea about anything of not I don't know not nothing about the like Houston. I just missed watching all of their games. I was just the most inconvenient time to watch all of their games. I know that their game against uh, Tennessee was just boring as shit, apparently. And it was just like, you know what? They play very defensively. I think from what I've gathered, I haven't gathered much, but from what I have gathered, they are a very defensive built team. And Duke has probably the best offense in the country. So I'm just going to go with the better offense because basketball is like that. Basketball is an offensive game. And if you have a better offense against a better defense, the better offense is going to win every single time. But you know what? It is what it is. We will see what happens. But for sure, I probably have Duke going to the final against Auburn. Probably. I don't know how if Florida has the legs to beat them. They have beaten them before, but that was at home. This is going to be a little bit. It's a good game. It's going to be like a coin flip between Florida and Auburn. I feel like Houston is probably the weakest of the 4-1 seeds, but it's 4-1 seeds. Get over it. Um, I feel like a lot of people have gotten pissed about that and it's like, oh, it's just so chalky and boring this year. It's like, yeah, but the games were like some of the game. Yeah, I know some of the games were snoozes, but like there were fun games. It's college basketball. It's gonna be fun. Sometimes you're gonna have duds, but also like another funny statistic is the only other time that we had the 4-1 seeds go to the Final Four, it was in 2008, and it was in San Antonio. So, yeah, history likes to repeat itself. It should be a lot of fun starting Saturday. So, yeah, I mean, in other words, we have the crown wrapping up right now, so that's going to be a whole lot of boring basketball. But starts Saturday. We got the Final Four. It's going to be fucking ballistic. But yeah. But my brother and I were talking about this. We always talk about LeBron Jordan debate. He's a very strong um, Michael Jordan defender, and I'm a very strong LeBron James defender. And we were talking about, well, just as them as he made a very good argument, and I thought I'd share it with you guys today. I think he heard it from somewhere, but I will just say it like he said it. He said the reason that Michael Jordan is the better basketball player than LeBron James is because how his kids turned out. And I was like, huh. I was like, well, wait, hold on. Bronny is in the league. And doesn't that make LeBron the better basketball player? He was able to teach his son to play at the NBA level. And he said, no. The reason that Michael Jordan is the better basketball player is because his kids are utter degenerates. He was not as good of a father as LeBron James. I would take the father if I was going to leave my kid with somebody. I would leave my kid with LeBron over Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan cares about one thing and one thing only, and it's winning. And I was like, oh, this is really interesting. Yeah, you kind of have a point here that if LeBron was better at basketball, he should have more scandals because he would his kids would be doing cocaine and getting pulled over for a DUI and getting and dating their former father's employee's ex-wife. But they aren't. They're playing like so. I was like, oh, this is kind of an interesting argument, and it kind of brings me back just to the NBA in general, which is like the Lakers. They have they've had some obvious holes, but when they like to play defense, they win. Like the other night, they played the Rockets, and they when they played defense and they had their role player playing good defense, they really couldn't be stopped, and they beat the number 2 seed in the West pretty damn easily. And the Rockets feel like kind of yeah, they're the 2 seed, but can they really win a playoff series? Can they really beat LeBron and Luca? Can they like? I don't think so, buddy. I think as I feel kind of the same way, kind of like with the Thunder. I was like, can they really win an NBA series? Like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is probably shooting free throws as I'm speaking, and or do they have like yeah they were in the playoffs last year. They kind of got bounced. Like I mean, they have more experience than the Rockets, but are these are they ready? I don't know. Colin Cowherd likes to call them uh, he likes to call them the Cleveland of last year. Like last year's Cleveland team, it's kind of like what he thinks like the OKC team is going to look like. I don't know how that's going to look, but who knows? Um, I think if you have LeBron and Luka Doncic, I don't know who really is going to stop you. I don't think anybody's really going to stop the Celtics in the West. I think the Cavs are good. I think the Cavs have the best chance, but they would need like the Lord Jesus and all of the King's horses and all the King's men to stop just how like the Celtics are just deep. Like nobody's fifth player is Derek White. On like if Derek White, if you put him on any other team, he's like the third or fourth, like third, like on a good team, he's like the third or fourth option. On a bad team, he's like the second or first. And on the Celtics, he's the fifth option. So he's really good. I just also just love Derek White. His big bald head just makes me so happy. Um, he just looks like an egg running around out there. But I'm getting sidetracked. Um, yeah. So the NBA. I know this is like the worst month for the NBA because everybody is resting, and then March Madness is happening. But since March Madness was so bad, we have to. We didn't really talk a whole lot about the NBA. We got to talk a little bit more because he's so bad, but um, I think just the people who just don't like basketball just don't like watching good basketball. But whatever, we'll see how it goes. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I'm gonna be really excited for this whole NBA season, for the NBA playoffs, for how what's gonna go down. I think a Lakers Celtics finals is almost like in order. Feel like the league would just if they were to rig it, they would rig it that way just so they could make the most money. Because that's really what it's all about. Um, it's all about the money, but whatever. Let's move on. So just recently, I went a little bit viral on TikTok for wearing my fine British World War One style helmet in a video. And so, you know what? I thought I'd start a little series. My brother gave me a really good idea for a series. Starting off, this series will be called "In the Trenches," and it'll be like anytime I talk about a controversial football topic, or just anything. So we're going to be talking about the draft and Aaron Rodgers. We'll be going into the trenches. We'll be talking football, and this is the one I really want to talk about right now is Mr. Aaron Rodgers in the trenches with Mr. Aaron Rodgers, which for the first time in his career, He's not talking to anybody, and this is probably the best thing for him. He is positive signs that he worked out with DK Metcalf earlier, and it looks like he's probably going to sign with the Steelers, though he is not really enthusiastic about it. I don't think anybody playing behind the Steelers line would be that enthusiastic about playing for him. They have proven time and time again that they are just the mediocrity of the NFL. They are good enough to make the playoffs, but not good enough to win a game. They've shown year after year that they have just struggled to get the quarterback right with recycling. Who like let's recycle like Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Aaron Rodgers potentially. That just it seems like the wholly washed up shit. They were like the Colts a couple of years ago, but they were kind of good. Their defense was good enough to get them to the playoffs, but they would just lose by 20. I feel like that's way worse than being like 3-13. Like I was more upset when the Patriots lost in the wild card round to the Titans than I was this year when they won 3 games. Or even last year when they won 3 games, because you can like kind of accept the like whenever you just go on a losing streak, you can just kind of accept it. And I feel like Steelers fans always get this like false hope, especially early in the season when they're good and they have that like that big winning streak, and they go like they just to end with 9-8, seventh seed, taking a fat L. So I feel like that's worse than being even like a Cowboys fan at this point. They are crumbling and they are grasping at straws for 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers. Please come save me, please, please. Like it's like trying to toss him a rope, like trying to like have him toss them a rope, and it's like all he has is blades of grass. It's not going to help you up. It's just going to send you farther back. You're hanging from a like that's a great analogy. The Steelers are hanging from a cliff, and they're like, Aaron Rodgers, please toss us a rope, bring us to a Super Bowl. And Aaron Rodgers is like, well, I just got like grass in my hands right now, dude. And so he like, I can reach you with this grass, and you grab onto the grass, you'll hold there for a little bit, and then like blade by blade, the grass starts to break, and then you fall. And then you realize, oh, you know what? Maybe we should just rebuild, rethink, maybe just do some things differently. But I don't know. I'm not the Steelers organization. I'm not in charge. I'm just a dude talking in his sweatpants on the internet, knowing nothing about football. But yeah, that's